Got vision and destiny. Add elemental, that's chemistry. All those heroes, that's infinity. It's in game. Yugi peoples, welcome to the commentary. All right, so this one right here was one of my most unusual matches that I had. It is against Chair Labrynth, and I am on Dolphin Mhero. And I got to go first in this game one and opened up Pride of Prosperity. Pride of Prosperity is like really tough inside of this deck. I go ahead and take the Shadow Mist because I absolutely opened up with no starters and no plays or anything really to do, and I'm just trying to see if there's anything I can really do. And I guess this is like one of the disadvantages to mixing heroes with something else is, a lot of the stronger, more powerful cards lock you into heroes. So yeah, you draw a lot of these hero one-ups and you can't do anything with it because you see I had the Shadow Mist, I had the Malicious, and yeah, just wasn't able to do anything with it. I also had the Poly you can see in hand, but there's no Destiny Hero Dangerous in my extra deck, so I couldn't do anything there. But yeah, so this match is up against Labrynth, and as you can see, he's doing Labrynth things. He pops my face down card with one of his big Labrynth cards, and gets rid of my Call by the Grave, which I thought would have been like kind of good against one of his little chair things, but he had already used the effects of them, and I didn't know he was on Labrynth, or maybe it would have been better to hold Call by the Grave until the end phase when I know they like to start activating the effects and discard and stuff. So yeah, as you can see here, he's doing those effects, popping stuff, returning stuff, and he's got big monsters out there on the board. Yeah, and it's just like at this point it kind of really sucks because I really needed my Shadow Mist effect to go off. I really needed a hero. I need a hero. Okay, ignore my singing there. But yeah, he starts doing thing things here with what is that thing, Mudraker and stuff, and yeah, it's just so much damage, and me not having anything, I just decided to go ahead and scoop it up. So here is where the game gets kind of crazy. If you look at my extra deck, I actually don't have anything to side in. I did make a mistake during this tournament. I have not switched from my rogue format deck play, so there's like no thrust or anything off inside of here, which really sucks because I was using that card to, to search for cards and to set stuff that I needed. And yeah, this is like, it's one of those better power cards that allows me to fix my bad hands. So going into game two here, after not having anything to side in, because like I said, like nobody plays this deck in the rogue format, so I wasn't prepared for it at all. We go a Hero Lives into Stratos, go ahead and grab our Spirit of Neos and get Drolled. So yeah, that's kind of rough there. We're gonna go ahead and summon Vion anyway, knowing that we cannot add polymerization, but we need to get 2 warriors out on the board so we can start doing a Soul Day stuff. And here I'm a special summon a Soul Day, no effect. So I'm trying to decide here how I want to go about doing it, because I really wanted to go Dolphin here and start like trying to rip from his hand, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to do that. But fortunately Renaud is able to add from the graveyard instead of from the deck. So we'll be able to get his effect to be able to get plenty of stuff out here on the board to still have some kind of play. So we'll special summon a Fire Flint Lady, special summon Renaud, getting back our Living Fossil, and just trying to decide what's the best route or what it is that I can actually do here, because I know I want to make Appaloosa to be able to stop his effects. But the thing is, like, do I want a 4 material Appaloosa or do I want a 3 material Appaloosa? So here I'm just trying to decide what's the best route or so to take. And I think I actually ended up, deciding to go with a 3 material Appaloosa. Like, I wasn't too sure of what the chair's attacks was, or at least like the one that he normal summons. I was thinking it was like 1500. And yeah, so I figured that, even after the first negate, we still have enough to where that one can't attack over me. And then, for if he ends up like setting a trap, I wanted to be able to have IP. So we got the Appaloosa. During the end phase, he tries to use one of the chair effects. We're going to negate it with Appaloosa's effect. And yeah, this just does not look like a hero inboard at all. But we did use heroes, you know. We used a hero Liz, we used Vion, we used Mally, and, you know, fortunately, the Appaloosa is enough to be able to go ahead and get it done, just able to negate all his chair effects and to stop him from doing things. So that is one thing I do like about the Dolphin hero deck, is like, you know, the extra deck options seem a little bit stronger, so that when you do get hit stuff with Droll, you can actually still, you know, be able to end and do something there, you know, because you're able to just like fully lean on your extra deck to do things. And, you know, that's basically what happened there. I couldn't search anymore, but thanks to a Soul Day, I was able to, you know, to get some stuff out there on the board, you know, thanks to Renaud and his ability to add equips back from the graveyard. It just adds more versatility to the deck. And I think one of the things I was saying in the discussion there is that like a Soul Day could really be the bridge between having the hero deck and the Dolphin part of the deck, you know, work together. If I put enough equip cards off in there to make it happen. Like right now I'm only running 3, but I feel like if I ran 5, like it would be a whole lot better, because then at that point I could, you know, be able to special summon a hero using a Soul Days effect, instead of only being able to summon like, you know, the Crosskeeper or the Renaud or the Fire Flint Lady. That way, when I do have games where I wasn't able to reach my hero engine, I can use a Soul Day, you know, to get me to my hero engine. So it's definitely something to consider there. Now, going into game 3, as you can see, I did, you know, side end stuff like Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, evenly matched and stuff like that. Yeah, but, you know, no hand traps really. Well, no, I think I left in Ash just in case, because it does stop the welcomes. And you see that he's going to start off doing Labrynth stuff here. You know, D-Barrier, big Labrynth engrave, little Labrynth on play, and yeah, he's just gonna set a ton of back row here. So last game, y'all got to see me play through Droll and win the game, and this time y'all actually see me play through D-Barrier and manage to win the game. And like I said, like that's one of the things I like about mixing it with the Soul Day part, you know, is it makes it a little bit more versatile to where you can play through cards that heroes wouldn't normally be able to play through by themselves. But like in exchange for that, you have to give up some of the more powerful hero cards at the same time. So starting off my turn here, trying to make sure I knew what each one of them did, what their different effects are and stuff, because I know he's going to be like bouncing stuff, popping stuff. He's got the ability to draw cards. The other ones inside the graveyard like add back to hand and special summon themselves and stuff. So I'm trying to decide before I play Lightning Storm here, should I try to force out one of the monster pop, because that's going to be like pretty crucial after I start trying to get a board out here. But I go ahead and just decide to start off with Lightning Storm, because I didn't have like a monster good enough to force out, you know, one of the bounce effects. So he's going to start chaining things there. There goes the what is it, the D-Barrier. Then he chains Labrynth, and then he's going to be able to set a different one, and he's going to set the big what is it, the big welcome Labrynth. That way it has the ability to return while in the graveyard, and it's going to get popped by the Lightning Storm. So yeah, he's able to use it. And the other card was Called by the Grave. So yeah, now just trying to get everything going. He decides not to hit a card from my hand, because I think like if one of them returns, he has the ability to pop a card in hand or on the board. We're going to start off with Rhoda here. We're going to Rhoda into our Stratos. And since he, you know, had only like kept one card in hand, like I figured that since he was going first, he wouldn't have left Droll off inside of there, especially because he has D-Barrier. But, you know, yeah. But just in case, we changed from Stratos, because like after looking at my hand again, I was like, I can get to Stratos if I need to. So we go ahead and decide to add the Neo Space Connector instead, because like if he does have Droll, at least I can kind of do something with a Soul Day. We're going to special summon out our Neo Space Connector here. He's going to chain one of the Labrynth things effect, and it's the one that's going to allow him to set I believe a Labrynth card from his deck, or to add a Labrynth card from his deck to his hand. We're going to go ahead and Call by the Grave that, because I don't know what crazy things they're trying to do. But since he activated a Labrynth effect or something like that, he's able to add that one to his hand. And so now we got the Dolphin out there, and he's reading it. I'm pretty sure he knows what Dolphin does, but he's checking it out and stuff. And, you know, I'll go ahead and wait to see if he has a response, if he's going to do anything, because if not, I'm about to go ahead and get that card out of his hand. So we go ahead, get it out of his hand. Luckily, we have the Mally, so, you know, it does have usefulness inside of the graveyard. And now I'm trying to force out this pop effect because I really want to use End Shuffle, but I know if I just start off with End Shuffle, he's definitely going to pop my Dolphin. So we're going to start off with the Durandal, maybe to try to see if he'll go ahead and pop that, but no, he doesn't, because I need him to return and pop something. That way I can go ahead and start trying to set up something here. So yeah, send the Durandal to the grave. I'm checking out the big welcome Labrynth thing. As long as he has, I think, a big one out there on the board, he's able to use the effect of it or whatever. We're going to go ahead and activate the End Shuffle. I'm still trying to get him to force this out. I just need 2 warriors to stay out on the board right now. So if he gets rid of both of these, it's fine, because I have Mally and Grave, and then I also have Fire Flint Lady. So, you know, I can banish the special summon Mally, and then I can special summon my Fire Flint Lady to get it out there. But yeah, there goes the bounce. He goes ahead and bounces the my Neospatian, and then he's going to activate the effect of the other Labrynth card, and he's going to, I believe he tries to hit a card in my hand. He's trying to decide whether he should do field or hand, and I do believe he goes ahead and hits the card out of my hand. Trying to decide, yeah, he goes ahead, he wants to read Fire Flint Lady before he decides, and I think he does decide to hit the card from hand, and he hits my Dolphin. So yeah, it's all good. Either way, we were going to have the monsters out there on the board because we have Mally inside of the graveyard. So now I'm trying to make sure he doesn't have any other effects or any other graveyard effects, everything. And we're about to go like a Soul Day, get off in there and make plays. So we banished the special summon Mally. Yeah, just trying to decide what's the best option here. When I add off of a Soul Day, I want it to be a useful card. So we're going to go ahead and link. We want to leave the Neo Space Connector out on the board so I can get rid of him to special summon my Dolphin back. We're going to add the Vanilla Neos off of a Soul Days effect, special summon out my Renaud, uses effect to send Living Fossil add back. Then I'm a tribute off my Neo Space Connector. And yeah, he's reading it because nobody ever really sees anybody do Neo Space Connector second effect, but we're going to be able to special summon the Dolphin back out here. And this is so I can discard my Vanilla Neos to be able to get that draw with End Shuffle. Like, I don't know how good it'll be, but you know, a draw is a draw. We're going to activate the Dolphin effect, send in the Neos. He's going to go ahead and chain the effect, which I don't really care. I didn't really care about hitting a card out of his hand, but mostly, like I said, I wanted to get the Neos into the graveyard so that I can End Shuffle it and get this draw before I make my final decisions on what my board will be. So there goes the End Shuffle play, and we're going to go ahead and get to draw 1 card. And I actually think I drew like a really good card. I drew Favorite Contact, which is pretty good because we have the Mally in the graveyard, and yeah, it'll allow us to be able to make I want to say it would make, I was trying to figure out if I could get a hero big enough into the graveyard in order to be able to make DPE, but I don't think I was able to. But we're going to go ahead and link those 2 off there and make our unicorn. We're going to throw away the living fossil to bounce back his trap to make sure he doesn't have a trap. Then we're going to link those guys off into Access Code Talker. We're going to use Access Code Talker to pop the big Labrynth cards. And then we're going to attack over the one that he has in attack position, set our Favorite Contact, and that's actually going to allow me to be able to shuffle the Mally that I banished back into my deck and the Dolphin that I have inside my graveyard to special summon Ab-Zero if I need it to be. But hopefully it doesn't come down to that. If I had like another hero monster, you know, it would have been a bigger hero monster. Like, you know, if I had been able to special summon something out bigger, it would have been a whole lot better. But yeah, this is what we got as a result of that extra draw. You know, I feel like I had a tough choice between the living fossil and the favorite contact, but I figured like at this point, if I had kept living fossil, like what was I doing with it if I was making access code talker? You know, I would just have like some dead body out there on the board that couldn't do anything at all. Or because with the living fossil they lose 1,000 attack, and it wouldn't have been able enough to attack over that that Labrynth card that was in defense position. And I don't even think I had a monster that would have had any attack left after I activated the living fossil to bring it back. But yeah, we go access code talker here, so even through the D barrier, you know, we were able to clear his board. We sent the trap that he set back. We were able to get rid of all his monsters but one, and yeah, fortunately we were able to win that game through D barrier. Nice plays there. I really love having a soul day, having access to a soul day, you know, with heroes. Hopefully I can find a way to, you know, build a better soul day hero deck, kind of like the one I played in the regional, you know, some years ago. But anyway, appreciate everybody for staying a while to listen, and I will catch y'all on the next video. My wingman, he come through, he level up, he go cool, he shining out and popping to over 9K. That's a breakthrough. We on top now. Here's a look at our world.